Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Mrs. DVK. In my previous video, I was reading the story in the Bible of the birth of Jesus Christ. And I had mentioned how when we were growing up, how we heard the children's version of the birth of Jesus Christ. But now that we are adults, it is time for us to read this story again. Go revisit it and read it again in the book of Matthew, 1st and 2nd chapter, and in the book of Luke, 1st and 2nd chapter, because you will find that a lot of things that we were taught when we were growing up were inaccurate. And I'm not saying that they were purposely taught to us inaccurate. There were good intentions behind them, but they were inaccurate nonetheless. So we need to read that scripture again, revisit that scripture, and try to learn more from it. Get a deeper understanding, because there is so much to learn from the birth of Jesus Christ. And so that is my intention in doing these videos, just to kind of get you inspired, that you will go back, read the story, and learn some more things in there that we did not learn when we were children, and we were told the story. So as I read, I'm going to just share some of my thoughts, what I've learned from it since I've been researching and studying it, and I know the more I read it, I'll even pick up on more things, but I'm just going to share with you a few things of what I've picked up on it, and hopefully that will encourage you to go in and to read, and for you to find out things for yourself that you never knew. Okay, so when I read in my last video, I stopped at Matthew, the 2nd chapter, and the 18th verse. This is when Herod had all the children slaughtered from the age of 2 and under. And he did this because he was trying to harm Jesus. But Joseph was warned in a dream by an angel to leave that area, so that Jesus would not be in that area and be among those children who were going to be slaughtered. All right, so Matthew, the 2nd chapter, and starting at the 19th verse. I'm going to go on and finish this chapter out, and then we're going to move on to the book of Luke. All right, so the 19th verse says, "But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt." In my previous video, I pointed out how Joseph was a very important part in the birth of Jesus. We were never taught that. We were never taught that when we were growing up, the importance that Joseph played in this. But Joseph, as you read it, you will see how the angel of the Lord appeared to him in dreams 4 times, and each time the angel gave him instructions, he followed those instructions. And the scriptures say that Joseph was a just man. He was a godly man. He obeyed the word of the Lord. So here we see again that the angel of the Lord is appearing to Joseph in a dream in Egypt, because that's where the other dream where they were telling him to leave and go to Egypt. And the angel said, saying, "Arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel." So now they're leaving Egypt and they're going to Israel. "For they are dead which sought the young child's life." Speaking of Herod. "And he arose." Who arose? Joseph, because he was being obedient. All right. "And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither." Remember, I'm reading from the King James Version. "Notwithstanding, being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee." This is the last time that it talks about an angel appearing to Joseph, and how he turned aside, and how he went into Galilee. Okay. And then it says, and he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled. Remember, the fulfilling is scriptures that were in the Old Testament prophesying things that were going to take place. Once they took place, then it says that it was fulfilled. That means those things came to pass. What the scriptures were talking about in the Old Testament, they came to pass. That's what it means when it says it was fulfilled. Okay, so he came and he dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets. He shall be called a Nazarene. Okay, some people get this mixed up with Nazarite. Those are two different things. All right, and again, I'm going to encourage you to research so you know the difference between a Nazarene and a Nazarite. Okay, first of all, if they're staying in a place called Nazareth, then that's why Jesus is called a Nazarene, okay? But it is good to know what a Nazarite is, because people thought because he lived in Nazareth that he was a Nazarite, but he wasn't, okay? So those two words, if you will research those, Nazarene, Nazarite, and see what the difference is, okay? I will tell you this, that Samson was a Nazarite, but you read the story of Samson and you see what all was required of a Nazarite, okay? So that's the end of the Matthew version of Jesus' birth, Matthew the 1st and 2nd chapter. So my next video, I'm going to start on the book of Luke. Luke has 2 chapters talking about the different things that were taking place, things that were taking place right before Jesus was born, things that took place at the birth, and things that took place after. So Luke is sharing more different, a different variation of the birth of Jesus Christ. So thank you for stopping by. This is a short video this time. Thank you for stopping by, and you be blessed. Until my next video, thank you.